Oluchuku, mute your mic. Mute your mic. David, mute your mic, please. Mute your mic and off your video, please.
Good evening, everyone. Can
Good
anyone confirm you
evening.
can hear me? Okay, thank you. Please give me some minutes, maybe by 9:10, we'll start the class fully. I'm trying to set up the questions that we are going to treat. Uh, so, thank you.
Now your turn.
So, cool.
Bonnie, please mute your mic. Oh.
Okay.
So, all right. So, I believe every one of us should have gotten the questions I sent to the group. So I'm still looking for one more. But unfortunately, yet I have not seen that question. So let's work with the one we have for now. While I'm using the other. Uh, while I'm still looking for the other one. Oh, sorry, I found it already. Okay, I want to use this one because this one is broader. And as you might have noticed, this is most likely going to be the last general class. Because revision is meant to start on Monday, and I will not like to start to use revision class for entirely new topic, except if it is very, very, very necessary. So I want to ensure that this is a general class, like everyone partakes in the what do we call it, in the solving of question on a relevant question. So maybe we might take it also as a revision class, just to maybe, but at least everyone should be in the first round of the class. So that's why I'm making sure that we solve at least a question or two on relevant questions, so or what relevant costing is all about. So yeah, if you the title of the class is relevant costing, in bracket we have decision making. So for as far as PM is concerned, I think we usually have three types of decision that the examiner can ask you to make. And the first one is the one-off contract, while the second one is make or buy, and the third one is further processing. So I will explain what the three decision is all about and what the examiner will expect from you. Hopefully, you'll be able to solve at least one question from each, but I doubt it's going to happen. But despite that, we will still try to touch the three, maybe more elaborately in the revision class. Just hopefully we have that time because exam is in less than a month or so. So the first one, which is the one-off contract. I mean, it is the most common form of question under relevant costing. I can test it quite often when they are testing um, what do we call it? Relevant costing. And unconsciously, it was the my reference when I was explaining relevant costing last week. I keep mentioning because I want to do this, I have to do this, because I want to do this. So one-off contract just means that aside your regular operation, you have a contract that it is one-off in the sense that once you do this contract, you're not expected to continue doing the contract. If you if I say I'm giving you a contract, simply means that I'm giving you a contract to maybe the foreseeable future. But if it's something that you do on a regular basis, it's no longer a contract, it's just you doing your normal regular activities or your normal business. So one of contracts will assign a certain contract to you as the in the exam, and then they will give you a lot of informations and now ask you to quote. Maybe they will ask you to quote the minimum price that you should charge for that contract, or they will have given you a price. Say, oh, the person wants to pay 1 million, so you now check, is this thing viable or not? Is it profitable if I take it as 1 million, or I have to ask for 1.5 million? They will just ask you to justify. Is that they ask you to quote the minimum price, which is the calculation of all the relevant costs, or they will give you a price and say you should justify if that price is worth it or not. So that's what um relevant cost, I mean, one of contract deals with. So I'm trying to, oh, finally I got it. That's what one of contract deals with. So we'll solve two questions on that very soon. I want to drop the second question. And secondly, there is make or buy decision. Now the make or buy decision is very, in fact, the three of them are similar, but the make or buy decision is just about you have a decision to either make this product or you go to the market to buy it. Of course, as the name implies, make or buy. Should I start producing flour in-house, or I should keep buying it from my external supplier? So that is a make or buy decision. And for you to decide, you in make or buy, we are always calculating two costs. We are looking at relevant costs in two sides, from two perspectives. What are the relevant costs if I decide to make these products? Oh, if I decide to make flour, I will buy maize, I will buy this, I will buy that, and I'll buy, you mention the list of it you will buy. But if you decide to go and buy the flour, oh, you spend money on transportation, you spend money on importing it from US, you spend money on the actual cost of it. So you gather all the relevant costs that has to do with buying, gather all the relevant costs that has to do with you making it, then you compare the two and you see which one is the least. Of course, we are dealing with cost. You don't want to go with higher cost. So that is for relevant costing. And the last one, which is decision for further processing. Now that one, what it deals with is you have a product that has, should I call it any byproduct, or that you can further process. Let's say which product can we mention? Let me just still use flour as an example. Let's say you are producing flour. Now we know that flour can further be processed. You can use it to bake bread, you can use it to make puff puff, you can use it to make anything that they use flour for. Now, under further processing decision, they will ask you, are you better off selling the flour, or it is better that you use it to uh, produce bread than sell the bread? So we will calculate the relevant costs and benefits if we sold it as bread. I mean, as flour, raw flour, or we will calculate again the benefits and costs if we go further to process it to bread. Of course, you spend extra money, the cost of baking, the cost of um, other stuffs that you will add. Then finally, your selling price is expected to be higher because it has gone through other processing. But the overall profit, you have to consider that one. So you calculate two costs again: cost and benefit of you selling it as bread, and the cost and the benefit of you selling it as flour. So those are the three major decisions that we take with relevant costing. Number one, the one-off contract, which actually just talks about you either accepting a project or rejecting the project. Or number two, the make or buy, which is concerned about should we make this raw material or this one of our inputs, or should we buy it from an external market? Under which of the condition are we going to be better off? And the third decision, which is to either further process a material or we sell it. So I'm sending another question to the group right about now. So I love this one because it takes care of almost every single part of relevant costing. Now, what I will do is this to save time. I'll solve this new one that I just did, and I will leave you to that first one because almost it is more like a replica of as you can see, that one is even 6 marks. 6 marks. If you add the second one, is 10 marks. So I will take this first one, this question one. That's our 21 marks. And then we will, so you can, anyone from each of the 7 groups confirm you have the question. Maybe if you're in group one, just say group one, sing group 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on like that.
We have in group one.
Okay.
We
We
have
have
in group
two.
group three, we have.
Same in
We
group
have in
three.
group 7. Group 5, we have it in group 5.
Group 4 we have.
Okay. No one in group 6 and 7 has spoken.
We have in
Group
group
7.
six.
We have in group
Uh,
7.
thank you, thank you. All right. So I will share my screen right about now, and then we'll start reading the question one after the order. Yes, okay. So what's the name of the Koliwi or Koliwi or whatsoever it is? Koliwi Limited. Now you might be surprised to the answers we will get. The solution will be as short as possible, but your explanation is the major thing. Please confirm if my screen is up. Is my screen up? Can someone confirm?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, it's up.
Yes, no,
Yes, it's
yes.
up.
Okay, thank you. So I believe it is up. If you cannot see my screen, most likely it's from your end then. So okay, we have 9 stuff. When I see question ones like this, what I do first is check your required to see what the topic is all about. So if you go through your required, you see that they said produce a schedule that shows the minimum price that could be quoted for the contract to build the house. Automatically, I know that they're talking about a one-off contract because they want us to quote a price for the project. So now let's go back to the question to know what we are dealing with. Now, hope we all did not forget um, our class last week where we explained all the types of relevant and irrelevant costs that you can have. So each one of them will come, we will use almost every single one of those things that we mentioned last week right here in this question. And that is the major reason why I picked this question, because it comprises of almost, and you'll be able to identify each one of these costs from this question. So they, they said Colin Will Limited. If you are wondering, the question is November
Hello, sir.
2022 question.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I actually want to ask before, sir. Thank you.
So Colin Will Limited is a company that builds innovative and environmental friendly housing. Their houses uses high quality material, and the unique patented energy saving technology used in the houses has been the result of the company's own extensive research in the area. Collywood Limited is planning to expand into another country and has been asked by a prominent person in that country for a price quotation to build them a house. The board of directors believe that securing the contract will help to launch their houses in the country, and have agreed to quote a price for the house that will exactly cover its what relevant cost. Now they said the following information has been obtained in relation to the contract. So they are giving us the cost one after the other. So the very first cost is that the chief executive and the managing director recently met with the potential clients to discuss the house. The meeting was held at a restaurant, and Collywood Limited provided food and drinks at a cost of 37,500 naira. Now, if you want to answer this, I think let's make it interactive so it will be better. I mean, I have all the time. So, the question is, what type of cost will you call this? Please, no cross answer. Please just raise up your hand. Just raise your hand if you want to answer. What type of cost do you think this is? Or, okay, I will ask in two forms. The first question is this cost relevant or irrelevant? If relevant, what type of cost is it? If it is irrelevant, what type of cost is it? So mini, mani, mo. How many hands? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, okay. All right, let me pick. Sorry if I do not call you. I will just call it. Okay. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I will not call you again. Adewakun Monisade. Can you
Yes, sir.
unmute? Yeah, please go on.
Sunk cost is sunk cost.
It is a sunk cost. Though you did not answer in the format that I wanted. Number 1 is irrelevant or irrelevant costs.
It is not
Is it
relevant
irrelevant?
cost.
It is not
Not
relevant. So yeah.
relevant cost. Not relevant.
So thank you very much. So that answers it. Others you can put down your hands except if you have a question, so that we'll see if those that will raise up hand for the second question. All right. So you remember when I was explaining these classes of courses that we have, I said anyone that you see them use past tense. If you see this question, they said where is it again? Where did you disappear to? Okay. They said they recently met. Past question one. I said past question. Past tense one. They said the meeting was held again. Another past tense. And the final one. Holy Will Limited provided. Please mute your mic if you are the one. He said Holy Will Limited provided food. That means they've done it. So that means it is so irrelevant. So it is a sunk cost. So explanations. Why? Number one, the cost is irrelevant as Holy Will has expended this cost already, and that makes it a sunk cost. So one down, 9 to go. So up next, number two. So what we mean by it is relevant is that when we are calculating the cost of the house, we will not consider this 37,500. That is what we are saying. It doesn't concern the cost of the house again, because either you build the house or you not build the house. You will not tell them to refund the cost of the food and drink that you bought them. It's not possible. So it is a sunk cost. Now, I like this part. This is we want to determine price. Material. Now, 1,200 kg of material Z will be required for the house. Holy Will Limited currently has 550 kg of material Z in its inventory. Now, let me bring something back to our attention. Hold on. Where is this? It should be somewhere right about. So yeah, exactly this thing. Okay. Yep. So while you are checking the question, I want to bring what we did last week back to the screen. So you see how we can use that table to now answer, present something as window. I think here it is. So yeah, I believe my screen should have changed now to cost of material, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now they said Holy Will Limited currently has 550 kg of material Z. So if Holy Will already has 550, remember they told us that we need 1,200. So how do we do this? Let me bring it here. So we will separate the ones we have and the ones that we do not have. How do we separate it? Since we need 1,200 and we already have 550, it means that we need extra 650 kg. So 650 kg will fall under no. The first question is the material in store? 550 is in store and 650 is not in store. So we've answered the question like that. The first question is the material in store? Oh, we have 550 in store. Yes, we don't have 650 in store. So it means that when we are calculating the relevant cost of this 650, you are automatically picking the cost of purchase. But this 550, we go on to ask our question. The second question is it in regular use? Now let's see if the question can answer it. Now they said it currently has 550 kg of material Z in its inventory. purchased at a price of 5,800 per kg. I did mention last week that under no circumstance, in no ever situation, should you use the cost at which it was purchased. It is none of your business because it is a sunk cost. It's none of your business. So if you notice throughout this table, I did not put cost of purchase. I mean, the cost it was purchased. Now, this cost of purchase that you have under no is what they will buy it in the current market, not how much it was purchased. Not there is no D at back of this purchase. So now they told us that material Z is in regular use. So the answer is yes, it is in regular use. So here is our answer. So we don't even need to go very far. So you can see how we brought it down. Is the material in use? Yes. 650 kg, 660 kg, 650 kg? No. 550 kg? Yes. Now, is it in regular use? Yes. So that means we have to replace the material. Now, they said it has a current replacement cost of 6,500 per kg, and the resale value of material Z in inventory is 3,500. Now, the resale value will have been useful, assuming they told us that it is not in regular use. Now, you can see how this table works. So, everything is in hierarchy. If it is in regular use, you cannot sell it. You don't plan to sell it because you plan to use it for something in the future. So, that means our cost of material now. Why is this thing not changing? So now let's go back to our solution slide. So you will now see how to bring it in. Well, does anybody have question on that material, please, before I move forward? Please just talk if you have any question.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go on.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
On the
Yeah.
circumstances should add cost of purchase. But when from our distance now, from when if the material is in use, we say no, it is not. Is the material in store? You say no, it's not in store, and we will take cost of purchase as a relevant cost. How come you say in this cost of purchase for this one, which unless on no circumstances should we take the
Now,
cost of purchase already purchased? I don't understand the relationship there.
now, if you understand, if you get what I was explaining, is that the cost of purchase here comes with a D. Purchased. They said it was purchased at. So is it, that one is a past tense. See, this cost of purchase is a new one. Like if you are just buying it, this is how much you will pay. Do you understand me?
Okay.
But they say it was purchased.
Yes.
So that's purchased cost. So that one is in the past. So and
Okay.
under no circumstance should you use that particular one. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I think another person was
Yes,
speaking
sir. Good
before.
evening, sir.
Yeah, good
Yes,
evening.
sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. Thank you, sir. So I just want to be cleared. Since the material is in regular use, we'll be buying everything at the cost of the material at that present time, or do we still need to divide it? Okay, this one is in store, since it's always definitely to be used for something, since it's always in regular use, and even maybe before the contract will be approved, maybe the company has even used it for another thing. So is it not like we'll be buying the total of whatever we need at the current market price? Is it?
Yeah,
I don't
correct.
know if
You can.
I'm making sense.
Yeah, that's what we do eventually. At the end of the day, we are still doing the same thing. But for
Okay.
explanation's sake, I mean, you have to let them know that no, I know this thing. It's not that I'm joking with you guys. So you have to split it to that. Oh, we have this one in store. That's why we buy. We first of all buy this one that we don't have. Then that one in store. Once we use it, we have to replace it.
All right,
So
sir.
you will
Thank you, sir.
separate the ones that we have and the one we don't have. You get?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Will be purchased. So that's why I'm writing this explanation to balance the 1,200 kg needed. Therefore, 650 kg will be valued at the replacement cost. I told you that you can replace cost of purchase and replacement costs. They are usually the same thing, but they are the same thing basically. Of how much? I think it was 6.5 or something. Am I right?
6,500. Yes.
Okay. So therefore, 650 kg will be valued at 6,500. Additionally, the 550 kg in store is in, you know, mind my English. I'm not too good with English. Only God know that I used to pass English exam. But additionally, the 500 kg in store is in regular use. Therefore, I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Therefore, the 500 kg will also be valued at the replacement cost of 6,500. The total relevant costs equals to 650 kg times 6,500 plus 550 kg times 6,500. Can someone quickly give me the figure? Just do 1,200 times 6.5. Please, I need this figure.
7,800,000.
7,800,000.
Yes, sir.
So we'll be needing this figure too. So we have successfully dealt with question 2 or point 2. So does anybody have any question on that one too before we move on? Okay, that's even what I just explained. So
Hello,
now.
sir.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Sorry, I quite understand your analysis here. I mean, based on the question 2. But what I just want to know now, based on my own understanding, instead of going through this route of your analysis, can't I say that since the 1,000 is needed and this item is regularly used, therefore the 1,000.
Yeah, like you are off. I don't know if your network or if it's mine. Can anyone confirm you can hear me?
Hello.
Okay.
It was my network. Network. I
All
said,
right.
since we are having
Now, actually, I
1,002
get what you're
and
saying. I get what you're saying. But I did mention is that you can go through that route, of course. But remember, the question broke. We needed 120 and the material is irregular use and kept quiet. They could have said that. But they intentionally mentioned that 550 is in store, 60. So you have to break it to the way the question broke it down for you. Because there is a reason why you have to buy that 650. And there is a reason why 550 is valued at this amount. If you understand me. Now, they could have gone ahead to say that 550 is not irregular use. It is somehow. Your valuation will be two different figures if that is the case. So you have to separate that. Oh, because we don't have this 650 at home, we have to go and buy it. And this 552 is in regular use. That's why we have to replace it. That's why I have or better, or if you like, you calculate your 1,200. Is any approach is fine. You'll be good at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, we still get the same value. But you just have to show that you really get what the examiner is trying to say, and then at the end of the day, you don't get confused in a situation where they decide to twist the question. So treat them separately. That's the approach that I will advise. But if you want to do the 1,200, I mean, all is welcome. You can do that. Do you understand me?
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. So let's read question 3. Now, question 3 said 400 hours of construction workers are required to build the house. We construction workers are paid an hourly rate of 2,200 under a guaranteed wage arrangement, and currently has spare capacity to build the house. Very, very good. Very, very good. Now let's go back to that table again. Remember what we mentioned about labor too. Now, first question. The way they asked this question, are they paid on a variable payment method, or is it fixed? Let me lower the hand first.
It's fixed.
It's fixed. Why?
Yes.
Why do you think it's fixed?
Because it's guaranteed.
Guaranteeing wages agreement.
Very good. Because they said it is a guaranteed wage. So either you work or you don't work, your money is guaranteed. So it's more like fixed amount. So I'm trying to bring back that labor something. I believe I shared this document to the group. Oh, where is it again? I can't find it. Where is it? Okay, yeah. Now, can you see the relevant cost of labor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now we can now go back to our question. Let's go back and ask the question again. Now they said 400 hours is required. Fine. Now, Koliwi Limited construction workers are paid an hourly rate of 2,200. So from that, we are able to deduce that the labors are currently available in the company. Yes or yes? Yes. No, it's not part of the option. So it's yes, they are available, because they have to be available for you to be paying them 2,200. Now, they told us that they are paid on hourly rate. So now our question is, are they fully occupied? You cannot be able to answer that until you finish that one, until you finish the question, because they said they are paid under a guaranteed wage agreement and currently have spare capacity to build the house. So that means they have idle time. They are not fully occupied. So you now ask yourself, is it fixed or variable pay? So from what we just said, and someone just confirmed, it is a fixed pay, because either they work or not, they are still getting paid. It's a guaranteed payment structure. So that makes cost of labor irrelevant. It is irrelevant because they are under a guaranteed payment structure. Does anybody have any question before we move on? I'll take the silence as no. Control Z. So now let's explain 3. So the cost of labor is an irrelevant cost, as labors are paid under a guaranteed, what did they call it again? guaranteed
Wage agreement.
wage agreements and also have spare capacity for the building.
I
Full
don't
stop.
think what that will get any time from. I don't know. I
Your
just
mic
went to
is
saw
muted. It's only
500
It's
views.
Sony, your mic is now
Ah,
muted.
mute your mic.
I can hear
Look
you,
at
but
page and let me comment like let's part
no
three.
view, no view. Don't worry, I don't miss.
Let's
All
part
right, all right, thank you. Okay, let's go on. So I think we're all clear with 1, 2, 3. You can see how we are linking everything we've mentioned in the last class to one question, a 21-mark question, for crying out loud. And you will see that we might not even, okay, of course, when you are doing a distance multiplication, we might not press too much of calculator. So let's go to 4. Ah, nice one. Now they said another labor now. The house will require, let me bring back that labor slide. Nope, not you. Okay, 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 good. I'll read the question from my phone. It said the house will require 90 hours of engineer's time. Hollywood Limited engineer are paid a monthly salary of 475,000 each and do not have any spare. So that means we've answered a lot of questions in just that statement. They are available. True. Are they fully occupied? Yes, they are fully occupied. So we know that it is definitely going to lead to a relevant cost as far as they are fully occupied. Now, which of these costs are they going to be? Now they're giving us options. They said, in order to meet the engineering requirements for the house, Hollywood Limited can choose one of the 2 options. Now, what is option 1? Pay engineers an overtime rate of 5,200 per hour to perform the additional work. So we already have this option here. This second box is an option. Or reduce the number of engineering hours available for their existing job for the building of products. Why? This will result in lost sales of products. Why? So that means this is the second option. They don't have this third option. Employing new staff is not in their plan. So it's either they pay overtime or they switch from current production. And remember, I told you that we are always going for the least of this one. We are going for the least because you definitely want to reduce your costs. You want to reduce your costs. So let's go ahead. Let's see how we will treat it. So this one, we already know the cost of overtime. Option 1. Cost of overtime is how much per hour? How much is overtime per hour? 5,200.
5,200.
And how many hours did they say
90
we need?
90
90.
hours.
We need 90 hours. So
Plus
how much are we needing in total?
plus
Oh,
60.
I'm still sharing this.
168,000.
Sorry, I'm still
90.
sharing this. I've moved to the Excel, the PowerPoint. Okay. So how much is this? Sorry.
468,000.
468,000. 468,000.
468,000. So this is option 1.
Yeah.
So option 2 now. What am I doing?
The lost contribution.
Option 2. Option 2 is a little bit tricky. But let's see. They said summary details of the existing job the engineers are working on. They said the sales revenue is 468,000, while the variable cost is 336,500. Engineering time required is per unit is 30 hours. So what we want to get is contribution per hour. You know what we did here was overtime per hour times the number of hours needed. So the same thing, we have to do contribution lost per hour times the hours we need. So to get our contribution lost per hour, let's come down here and calculate total contribution on products. Why? It's not that far-fetched. It's just your total sales, your sales minus your variable cost. That's 486,000 minus what again? 336,500. That should give us how much?
149,500.
149,500. So this is what we are losing per hour. But guess what? We don't need the per hour. We need what? Contribution per unit. I mean per hour. We don't need the per unit. We need contribution per hour. So our contribution per hour is going to be the total contribution, which is this 149,500, divided by how many hours do we need to make this product? They said how many hours? 30. So how much are we losing per hour?
4,983.33.
1,000.
4,449.
Oh, 4,000.
983.
983.
0.33.
Point what?
33.
0.33. So this is how much we'll be losing per hour. So that means for option 2, it's going to be contribution lost per hour multiplied by hours required. And according to you, it's going to be 4,009. Even from here, we already know our answer. We already know which one we are picking. Because it's either you pay overtime 5,200 per hour, or you lose 4,983.33 per hour. Then multiply by 90. So it gives us how much?
448,500.
448,500. So from my explanation, so which one of them will be the relevant cost?
Option 2.
Option 2, because it is the lowest. The
Lower
company
than
always
option
pick the lower cost. Company always go for lower cost. So I'm boarding this because that is
Hello,
our
sir.
relevant. Yep.
Sorry, how did you get that 336,500? Sorry.
Is directly in the question. Did you read the question? No. Did you see? Do you have the question?
No, I'm not seeing the question.
You're not seeing the question. So how have you been following? Which group are you on?
Well, one.
The question has been sent to the group. Please do that as soon as possible, because you will not understand us if you are not even reading the question.
Okay, sir.
Please
Thank you.
check. Oh, so does anybody have question on labor before we move on? Licia, let me stop at that. Licia, you have a
No,
question?
no, it was with that question. How can I raise my hand down, sir?
Okay, thank you. All right.
So
Up next.
oh, I think I was disconnected. I don't know if maybe you can just throw a bit light on it, so see if I can actually follow up. Thank you, sir.
Apologies, I will not be able to because our time is fast spent, and it will take time to re-explain. So just you should know the period that you are off. So immediately after the class end, you can just catch up with it on YouTube. Just watch the parts that you missed, and you'll get it. So because I mean this is 10 already, so that we can quickly close this out and move to the next one. All right. We are done with 4. We are going to 10. Okay. Oh, we are going to 9. It's not even far. All right. Question 5. So nobody is raising hand for question 4. I mean point 4. So I want to believe we get that. And mind you, we've not even answered the question that they asked us to anyway, but we are answering the question. Question 5 or point 5 says that a specialist machine would be required for 7 weeks for the house to be built. Holy We Limited has 4 weeks remaining on the 15-week specialist machine rental contract that costs 1.5 million. The machine is currently not in use, and the machine can be rented for additional 15 weeks at a cost of 1,525,000. The specialist machine can only be rented in block of 15 weeks. Alternatively, the machine can be purchased for 16 million and sold after the work on the house. Okay, and sold after the work on the house. Okay, I was reading the wrong way. And sold after the work on the house has been completed for 14 million. Which option do you think we can pick? Now, first question, what type of costs is this? What type of costs is this? Does anybody have any idea? Anybody, just talk if you have an idea. Or
Hello,
I'm
sir.
thinking it's committed
Hello,
cost.
sir.
yeah,
I
okay,
think it's
okay.
incremental cash flow.
Incremental cost
Is it
for
what?
the option 1, incremental cost, because we have an existing 7 weeks or something according to the question, and it's not enough. They said out of that 7 weeks, it's only 4 weeks remaining. So that means that we are going to add 3 weeks. Meanwhile, we to execute the project, we need 7 weeks, and we are having 4 weeks out of the existing contract. I mean, on the contract, so that we need additional 3 weeks to balance up to the remaining to the existing 4 weeks that we're having.
All right. So option 2, you said is what?
I've not really read the option 2. I'm coming, sir.
Anyway, it's the same thing. They are both differential cost anyway.
Okay.
So it's differential in the sense that they are both differential costs. That's the classification
Differential
you can.
cost.
Okay,
Yeah.
differential.
Yeah, because it's a cost at the end of the day. Even if you are going to gain 60 million, you still lose additional. You will lose additional 2 million simply because you are doing this project. So it's more like differential cost, or if you want to put it, you can put it under incremental cost. But either of the two will work, and they are both relevant. So, and you remember the concept we used under labor. We are using the same concept here. We want to see which one of them will cost us lower. Should we go for option 1 or option 2, which one are we going to spend lower amounts? Even without pressing calculator, you should be able to tell me which one of them is the lower one now.
Option one,
Anybody
sir.
want to try? Even without pressing calculator or anything. Which option do
Option
you think
one,
is
sir.
better? Option 1, definitely. But we have to explain it to them.
One
So
million five
why are we
hundred and
thinking of
twenty-five thousand.
now? This is it. They told you that you need 7 weeks to work with this machine. But fortunately for you, the machine is already with you. But the current rent that you have will be due in 4 weeks' time. And don't forget, you need it for 7 weeks. So that means that this your current rent cannot suffice. Assuming they said, assuming they had said that on this machine, we still have like 8 weeks left. It means that we can use it for the 7 week and we still be fine. This cost will be irrelevant because they said the current machine is currently not in use. Assuming this period, this 4 week, can cover the period that we need it for, it will have been an irrelevant cost. But the fact that the period that we currently have on that machine is not enough for what we need it for, that means we need extra. We need extra 3 weeks. So that means it's either we rent it for a longer period or we go and buy according to them. Now, if you want to rent it for a longer period, they said that you can only rent the machine for 15 weeks. You cannot rent, we need only 3 weeks. But they mentioned that you cannot rent it for 3 weeks. You can only rent it for 15 weeks. So that means that's the only option you have for rent. How much are you going to pay? 1,525,000. Fine. Then, or alternatively, you can buy the machine and sell it back. If you buy it 16 million. If you sell it 14 million. That means you've lost 2 million. Now, which one makes more sense? Is either you rent it at 1,525,000 or you lose 2 million with your buying and selling back. Which one is better? As cost? Of course, you should rent. So that is why we are picking the rent. So let's try to explain option 5. So option 1. Option 1. Cost of 15 weeks rental. 1,525. Option 2.
Now, please, I have a question, sir.
I'm coming. Yeah, go on.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Now, please, if in the question there is additional information that says that the machine to be rented for so amount and so revenue can be generated, or if there is an information that says that the machine could be used for another contract. I'm specifying on the option 2 now that the machine could be used for another contract that could give so amount of money before the resale. Are you going to, how do I put it now? Are you going to use those additional informations to justify whether you choose option 1 or not? I
Definitely.
don't know if you understand me, sir.
Definitely. You are using all the relevant cash flow. All the relevant cash flow that is attributed to that option, you are using it. If they tell you to generate additional profit, add it. Add it to this 14 million. You are adding it. You are adding everything that is relevant to it. Anything that they mention around it is relevant. You are using it.
Thank you, sir.
So I think the question asks us to explain why we are picking. So the relevant cost will be 1,525,000 as it is the lower of the costs, and it is a differential cost. So it is a differential cost. So this is what I hate. This is why I hate using.
Hello, sir. Can I ask a question, sir?
Of course, yeah, you can.
Please, what other name can we give to differential cost, sir?
That's the name. But you can classify this particular one. You can classify it as what do I call it again? You can classify it as incremental cost. It doesn't really work, but
Okay.
since they are both relevant, yeah, you can try it. So I think we're done with 5. Does anybody have any question on that? No question. Okay. We move on to question A, option 6. Yes, it's long. All right. Let's try our best and see if we can shuffle this thing out. They said the windows required for the house have recently been developed by Koliwi Limited and use the latest environmental friendly insulating. They produced the windows at a cost of, you see, they've used past tense. We don't catch them. They produced. And you remember anything that has to do with past tense is what? Irrelevant. It's a sunk cost. So don't let them go. Don't let them use leftover for you. So they produced. You see that figure that follow that produced, it is irrelevant. So they produced the window at the cost of 3,495,000 and are currently the only one of their type. That's story for the gods. Now they were planning to exhibit the windows at a house building, conference. The windows would only be used for display purposes at the conference and will not be for sale to prospective clients. So that means the whole first paragraph is as good as useless to us. Koliwi Limited has had assurances from 3 separate clients that they will place an order of 25 windows each if they saw the technology demonstrated at the conference. Now, this is getting interesting. The contribution from each window is 1,045,000. Now, if the windows are used for the contract, Koliwi Limited will not be able to attend the conference, and the conference organizer will charge a penalty fee of 150,000 naira for non-attendance by the company. The chief, now, what option 2 is saying is, this second paragraph is more like opportunity cost. What will we lose plus the fine we will pay if we decide to use this window for this building project. So paragraph 2 is very, very relevant because it's an opportunity cost. So let's go to the last paragraph. Now they said the chief executive of Koliwi Limited can meet the client directly and still secure the order for the windows. The meeting will require 2 days of the chief executive time, and the chief executive is paid an annual salary of 41,400,000 and contracted to work for 260 days per year. See how life can be interesting. They try to dribble us, but we are smarter. Now, initially, the cost is irrelevant. We all agree. Shay?
Yes.
We all agree that the cost is irrelevant initially.
Yes,
But
sir. Yes, sir.
somehow, they decided to smuggle in a relevant cost, which is the opportunity cost. Now, the original opportunity cost will have been this 1,045,000 that we will lose on the 25 windows, plus 150,000 that we will pay for non-attendance. Sure. But they now went further and tell us that the CEO or the chief executive can meet with those that want to buy the windows and still secure the order. So who is that? Just so they said the chief executive can still go ahead to secure the deal. So that means either we go or we did not go to the meeting. We will not lose this 1,045,000 again. So that makes it irrelevant back. It's not relevant again because we are not losing it. Either we go or we do not. The only thing that will change is that in one circumstance, the directors have to go. Now, are we paying anything extra for the directors to go? No. Why? Because they already paid an annual salary. It's not that we will go and employ an external chief executive. So the person is contracted to work for 260 days already, and we only need 2 days out of that 260 days. I mean, what are you doing with our days if you cannot help us? So that means that 1,045,000 on 25 windows is now irrelevant. So the only relevant cost in this paragraph is that 150,000 that will be paid for non-attendance, because they did not mention that the CEO can buy our way out of that one. So the only relevant cost here is 150,000 naira. Shiki, no pass that one. So how do we explain it? Let's see the explanation 5. Explanation 6 rather. The production cost. How much was it produced? 3 million something.
3,495,000.
Hey, what was this? The production costs is
Your screen is not showing.
Like we can't see it again. Like the screen is not showing again, sir.
okay. Stop sharing and continue sharing. Is it back now?
Yes, it's back.
So it's relevant as it is a sunk cost. 1, 2. 1,045,000 contribution loss. On 25 windows is also irrelevant as it can be recouped, or is it recouped or recovered by the C. They call it CE, not CEO. So let's leave it like that, by the CE. Oh, by the CE. So that's another explanation. Who is on a fixed, or how do they say they pay the CEO again? Is it fixed they use? On an annual salary of how much? What's in 1,400,000? 400,000. Which is irrelevant. Why? Because it is a committed cost. You will remember, Abi? Either I decide to go or not,
Yes,
it will
it's a
still get
committed
it.
cost.
So it's a committed cost. So the costs, what did they call that 150,000 again? The non-attendance penalty fee. Non-attendance penalty of 150,000 is an opportunity cost. Costs of using a window for the projects. Therefore, it is what? It is a relevant cost. Yep. So it is, let me highlight the important parts. It is opportunity cost and definitely Ctrl Z, a relevant cost. Does anybody have a question on that? Yep, little by little, we are moving. Any question? Hands up, hands down. No hands up. So, yep, Ifunanya, go ahead.
I'm not really clear on this point 6. So I'm not really clear on this point 6. I'm just trying to know if I can get it, but I don't know. This point 6 is not. So all the, including the amount paid to the CEO now, be chief executive, is both irrelevant. The 41,400,000.
Yep. Do you have a counter opinion? Do you think it should be relevant?
I've not got it, let alone counter opinion.
Okay. What do you think? Let me put it to you like that. Do you think it's irrelevant or irrelevant cost?
I don't know if there is additional information that says that the extra 2 days that they need to work, or maybe they've worked for the 260 days, and the extra 2 days now we need to be paid. That means we'll have to divide this 41,400,000 into 260 days to know how much 2 days would cost. But
I like the way you place it.
I'm not true. I'm not.
I like the way you place it yourself. I'm very, very glad with the way you said. If they said they've worked for 260 days and you have to pay them. Now you see, you have brought a lot of assumption into the question. The question did not even tell you. It did not put if. He did not say anything. He just told you that they are to work for 260 days. So they did not tell you they work for their 260 days. Why are you assuming? Why? PM is not hard. PM is already hard.
Not go there.
PM is already hard. Yes. Why are you not bringing more other assumption into PM? You want to, if I are going to exam or carry bottle water. So don't assume more questions. Don't assume. Once they did not mention it, leave it like that. They did not tell you that the extra 2 days will be, maybe they will get extra pay for the 2 days that they are going. They did not mention anything like that. So don't assume anything into the question. Just leave it at that. They told you that they will work for 2 days and they're already on the 260 days. That means they still have 258 days that they are doing whatever they are doing normally. So it is, they did not tell you that they are fully occupied. That's the only reason you can maybe smuggle in or something like that. They did not give you any information. So just leave it at that. Don't go further. Leave it.
Okay,
don't bring further assumption. Just give yourself a headache. And so in the absence of no other question, I want to believe the rest of the question, we should be able to work with it. Question 7. They said the house to be built require 400 kg of other material. Now we are going back to material pricing or relevant cost of material. Hollywood Limited currently has none of this material in inventory. In fact, straightforward question. As you reach the first question, is the material in store? No. No further question is needed. You go and buy, and it is relevant. So the total current purchase, now you see the current purchase price. Now you see somebody asked a question about purchase price. They did not say it has been purchased at. So you see the difference now. They said the current purchase price of this other material is 600,000. So your explanation will not even be long. 7. Since only we does not have the 400 kg of other material in store, the costs will be relevant and valued at the current purchase price. So what would that be? Should be 400 kg. I hope I'm right. They even gave us the amount. They did not give us per kg. They gave us the amount directly. So that would be 600,000. It is not 600,000 per kg. They just said the 400 kg will cost us 600,000. So we have another relevant cost. So you can bring it here. I like that it is. So 8 sets. Sorry, I'm looking for. Where is my phone? Okay, thanks. 8 said Hollywood Limited fixed overhead absorption rate is 3,700 per construction worker hour. Relevant or irrelevant? Anybody want to answer? Don't raise your hand. I can see notification for using up. Just talk. I don't want to switch.
Irrelevant.
So irrelevant. Yes,
Irrelevant.
irrelevant. All fixed costs are irrelevant. All fixed costs are irrelevant. And why? Because they are either committed or sunk costs. So since the fixed cost, either you do project or you don't do project, you will pay the rent of the house you are staying. Either you do project or you do not do project, you will do it. It's a fixed something. It is not dependent, it's not variable on you doing that particular project. So all fixed costs are fixed costs are irrelevant.
Hello,
No
sir.
long story. Yeah.
So, based on what you said now, that office calls are irrelevant, are you saying that even if they give us fixed administrative overhead of fixed selling and distribution, it's still irrelevant, sir?
Towards any fixed, irrelevant. As far as it is fixed, it is irrelevant.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Which one is absorption rates? Is relevant. None of our business.
Hello, sir.
So yep, go on.
Yes. So all fixed costs are relevant, right? Irrelevant rather. We've known that. So where do we now draw? Where do we now draw the line between like specific fixed costs? Where do we draw the line? Because we know that specific fixed costs are relevant.
Now it is no longer specific fixed because we don't call it. You will not call it specific fixed
Incremental.
Cost. They are more like incremental costs. It will turn to incremental, not fixed cost now. It is now incremental. So more like, I've been paying rent of 20,000 every month, but because I want to do this project, I have to pay rent of 30,000. You know, it is no longer my fixed cost. If it is not fixed again, once it changed from 20, it has turned to 30. It is no longer fixed. It has increased by an amount. See that 10,000 naira, that incremental cost, that one is irrelevant. But the 20,000 will still remain irrelevant.
Oh,
It's
that's
only that 10,000 that it increased by. That's the relevant one. But you see the 20,000, the baseline still remains irrelevant. You
Thank
get?
you so
Do you
much. Thank you
understand?
so much. Yeah, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
you're welcome. You're welcome. So 9 says Holy Will Limited normal policy is to add 12% markup to the cost of each house. Now this is also irrelevant. Why? Because of this what the question asks us to produce. Now I'll come back to this 9 to explain, but let's read the question fully now. Now the question said, produce a schedule that shows what the minimum price that could be quoted for the contract to build the house. Your schedule should show the relevant cost of each of the 9 items identified above. You should also explain each relevant cost value you have included in your schedule and why any of the value you have excluded is not relevant, which we have done. Now, the question said we need the minimum price. They did not ask us to look for the profit. The minimum price is the price that you will break even. So the moment we add profit, it is no longer the minimum because we've added price, we've added profit. We could have gone lower than that profit and still be okay. So the minimum price does not consider the profit. But they said we should calculate the minimum price and that will make us achieve our profit. Then this will be relevant. But they only said minimum price. So for now, we don't need the profit. Don't include the profit until the question asks you to calculate the profit. So that is why 9 will be irrelevant. So now let's answer the question itself. So cost of building. So we'll now be picking them one after the other. We've done, so we said, so it wasn't cost one self. Clearly, you know, cost of meeting, or what can we name this one? Or meeting costs.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
Thanks for taking a few minutes of your time. Please, I want to be clear on what you just said now about the profits and the 0.9. Are you saying if they ask us to calculate the profit, maybe in the question, if they include, you should calculate what the profit would be? I really did not get it, sir.
So now I'm saying no. The question can be asked in 2 ways. Now I can ask you to calculate the minimum price. When the question just say minimum price, it means calculate the price that will make you break even. In the sense that no profit, no loss. That's the minimum price. Do you get me?
Yes, sir.
If you produce this thing at 50,000, that's the minimum price you should be willing to sell it. 50,000. You know that at least I did not make loss, I did not make profit. But you're not telling me that, oh, every single time I usually quote my price at 10% profit. It means that on the minimum price, there will be a 10% premium on it. So if I now say calculate the price to be quoted. Now, you know, I did not tell you to look for the minimum price now. I said calculate the price to be quoted for the building using relevant costing. Now, it means that calculate all your costs. Now, add out your profit that you say you usually add to your price.
Okay.
You get the. Do you understand the difference now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Hello, ma'am. Sir, please, this number 8, I don't understand it very well. The overhead absorption rate. Because this question is saying that the overhead absorption rate is 3,700 per construction, have we not seen it as an incremental fixed cost? Because if there's no construction, it means that 3,700 naira may not be absorbed. So I'm not too clear on it. I just need an explanation.
It's not the question that said that. Wow. The question did not say that. The question only said, now, when you said absorption rate, you lost the most important thing there. The most important thing is the fixed part that is there. You know what what do you understand by fixed absorption rates? Let me ask you that way. Let's talk PM, or let's just talk normally. What do you understand by fixed?
I know fixed cost is not relevant, but what now make me to be confused is because they said is per construction. It means if there is construction, that cost will be incurred. So I'm not thinking, is it incremental fixed cost?
Don't cut question. You are cutting the question. You said per construction. No, they did not say per construction. They said per construction hour. There's hour at the back of that construction, Abby. See, per construction worker hour. Don't cut. So they are saying that the way we usually absorb our own fixed overhead is 3,700 for every hour that labor works. So that's fixed overhead. So either you do projects or you do not do projects during that hour, that worker hour that you have. Construction worker, those are the people that work in Koliwu. Koliwu is a construction company. So definitely all the staff that are there, like the active staffs, have to be construction worker. So just like
thank you.
You get it now. So read the question in full. Don't break it. So
thank you.
Welcome.
Hello, sir.
Hello, ma.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sir, that place they say that number 9 that they said 12% markup. Let's assume that they said profit. That markup, is it each? Because they say each, or is it when I total the relevant cost? I will not do the 12 markup then to get a profit.
I don't understand you, to be honest.
That number 9, they say 12% markup.
Yep.
Let's assume that they told us to get the profit. That 12% markup, is it the relevant cost each, or I'll total the relevant cost and now do the 12% markup on it to get the profit?
Definitely. Yeah.
Okay, you add it together and now do it.
Markup is on your total cost. So whatever we get as our total cost here, then you add 12% of it,
sir.
and you get
Sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
What was our number 4 again? You said it's the 448,500. Nope. Yeah, 448,500. You can see that the ones that are irrelevant, I was putting dash because 0 of it is irrelevant. So number 5. What's in our number 5? Cost of machine rental. Cost of machine rental. 1,525,000. Option 6. So this is irrelevant because it is a sunk cost. This is also irrelevant because it's a committed cost. So the only one is the non-attendance penalty fee, 150,000. Non-attendance penalty fee. 150,000. The team may not align that I want it to, but it doesn't matter. Number 7. What did we do in number 7? So other material. And I think that's the only relevant one that we have. 8 and 9 are both irrelevant. So other material 600. So someone should quickly do the addition. The other ones are dash, so there's nothing to add again.
Ten million 523,500.
So total, you said
10,523,500.
yes, my Joseph. No. 10 million
523.
523,500.
So like this, 21 marks in the bag. See that everyone cost is simple. So this is everything they want us to do in that question one for us to get our 20 marks. So that is all. That's it. So the B part says state 2 reasons why relevant costing may be suitable approach to pricing houses in the
Joan, can you please mute your mic? Joan.
for Koliwi or whatever his name is. Who is the person again? Does anybody want to answer? Why do you think relevant costing is what the question say? It's a formal question. So it said, why do you think relevant costing may be a suitable approach to pricing houses in the longer term for Koliwi? Why do you think they should use relevant costing? Okay. For Koliwi, they are trying to enter into a new market. Yes or yes? Yes. So the
Sir, it's
usage
may
of
not
relevant.
to. It's may not that they ask, so not me.
Oh, is it may not?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, let me answer may and may not. So may is that it can allow them to use lower pricing strategy to enter a new market, right? Because you will be charging your cost based on only the relevant one, so you can be able to lower your costs to enter a new market. Now, option two, like second one, I really don't know. I mean, but 2 reasons why it may not. Of course, is the direct opposite of what I just said. When you are charging prices at your lowest, which is your relevant cost, then it leaves no room for contributions. In fact, in this question, if in the real sense, if you calculate this thing, they are quoting it at a loss as it stands like this. So they are not making any profits or loss. The relevant costing approach will only give you the break-even price. And since they for a long time, as the company will not be able to grow or expand, you will not be able to grow because you are not making any profit. So there's no room for growth for the company. You can also look for other things.
Sir, can we
And
say
then they
that it's
said,
not realistic? Or it's not.
I mean, it's realistic. We just did the calculation. It's realistic, but of course, in reality, as far as theory is concerned, it's realistic. And we are dealing with theory here. But in real life, nobody will do relevant costing for you. It's not possible. It's not realistic in real life, but theory says it is realistic. So we leave it like that. You are still dealing with theory.
Sir,
So
can one
since it's recommend,
follow accounting
huh?
principles? Can one say
Who
it
said
doesn't
so?
follow accounting principles?
We are not we are
I'm
not
just
doing
asking.
accounting yet. We are not doing accounting.
Okay.
Well, you can chip in, all the in all this situation, anything that you can think of, write it. I can mark what each one they feel is relevant. They will mark relevant answer. Leave it like that. So see, recommend with justification a pricing strategy for Koliwi to use to price the innovative environmental house. Did we do pricing model? Did we?
No, sir. No. Pricing model, no. I don't think so.
No, sir.
The lack of pricing, market scheming.
Mr. Tope did pricing model for us, sir.
Market
Aha,
penetration,
thank you.
market scheming.
Exactly. Nice.
That was the last topic he taught before he stopped
Thank you.
attending.
Thank you. Thank you. So,
Jesus.
from those things that you mentioned, which one do you think is better here? I've even mentioned it at the I've mentioned it on this call, but I did not mention the name. But I defined the strategy. Which one is it?
Lower pricing. Lower pricing strategy.
Market penetration pricing.
Penetration method.
Or skimming. I think skimming. Let us skimming.
Penetration.
You know,
It also
I was
look
trying
at
to
marginal
use,
cost.
I was trying to use approach of one of my lecturers.
Marginal costing.
We know that you know the answer, so we will try to make you go the wrong way and see if you will follow him. And unfortunately, you just did, because market penetration is not the answer, even though that was what I explained. You enter with lower prices, but you see, they said innovative in bracket, innovative environmentally friendly houses. So that means they're already showing you that these houses are premium houses. It's not house that you can see anywhere. So the answer is actually market skipping. So you should place high value on your house, because you have enough things to sell. You can tell them, oh, this house is very, very innovative. I mean, it's so environmentally friendly. I mean, people are in high demand of environmentally friendly houses nowadays. So market scheming is the best approach for this question. So you explain what market scheming is and why you think it is the best thing here. Market penetration can also work, but since they've already tried to tell you that the house is a high valued one, so it's best to use market scheming. We also have other approaches. You can catch up with them with Mr. Tokwe's classes. So I think that's all for this one. Let me see.
Sir, is it market scheming or price scheming? Sorry, sir.
Market scheming. Entering the market with a high price. So that's market
So
scheming.
I got it, sir, right?
Yep, if you are the one that mentioned market scheming. If you are the one that mentioned market scheming, you got it. And those that say market penetration, it is not market penetration. What can we do with our remaining 15 minutes?
Sir, please, can you go to the slide where you saw the last question?
Sir, you said market. Sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You said market scheming means the market with high price. Is that the meaning, sir?
Entering the market, yeah, valuing your products, or entering the market with high price. So your product has value. It's just like what iPhone is doing, Sha. iPhone is using market scheming for you. So they are entering at a very high price. You will notice that later, when iPhone 17 is, or if iPhone 18 is coming out tomorrow now, iPhone 17 price will drop to accommodate the price of iPhone 18. So at when you know if it is market scheming is when the product comes to the market, that's the highest price you ever get it. Subsequently, the price will continue to reduce. It will reduce. It will reduce. Because when iPhone 17 came in, that's the highest it will ever be. Then later on, it will continue to reduce. It will continue to reduce. They unlike some products, for products. When they enter the market, that's the lowest price you ever get it. Then later, the price will be increasing, price will be increasing, price will be, they will keep increasing the price. So those ones use market penetration. So I want to see if you can quickly walk through another question. But to be honest, if you are good with the relevant costing, there's no form of decision making that they can ask you that you will not be able to answer. Just make sure that you understand the question very, very well. We have like 10 or 9 one-off contracts question. Is try and solve. All of them will be things that I've mentioned either on this call or on the first class. It will not go beyond it. I bet you that one. It will not go beyond it. For make or buy, like I had mentioned, it's still going to be almost the same thing that I've mentioned, but of course, the decision you are making is different in this sense that you are not putting price down. They will have given you the price of things. So you want to see, is it better if I make this thing, or is it better if I just buy it? They are telling you that you can buy this thing for 45 naira. I decide to say, oh, what if I decide to make it? And you calculate, look at your calculation, calculate, and you see that, oh, if I decide to make this thing, it will cost me 42 naira. Then of course it's better for you to make. But if you try to make and you see that the cost is 50 naira, just go and buy it. Don't stress yourself. So that's what make or buy talks about. Hopefully, maybe in the revision classes, we'll be able to solve question on make or buy, or
Or accept or reject.
yeah, accept or reject is almost the same thing as make or buy. Is either, I mean, as one-off contract. Is either you accept the contract or you reject the contract. The only difference is that accept or reject usually comes with this one, the one-off contract. They are telling us to quote price, but the accept or reject usually comes with it. They will have given you price. Say, oh, now that we calculated the relevant cost to be 10 million, blah blah blah. They will tell you, oh, the person that wants to do this bidding is offering us 10 million naira. So they will now ask us, should we accept or reject? So of course, if the person is offering 10 million naira, the best thing for us is to reject because it is less than our relevant cost. But if he's offering something like 11 million naira, you accept. That's what accept or reject is asking you. Shut down decision. Shut down decision is asking you, should you continue making this product or should you just shut it down? So you want to calculate what will be the benefits that we enjoy if I continue making this one. How much is the contribution or the net contribution that this product is giving me that I will lose if I decide to shut down, or what are the benefits if I decide to shut down the business? That one. So I would like a shut down decision, and continue or discontinue is also the same thing as shut down decision anyway. So a make or buy and a shut down decision, I think those are the two I will likely, I'm not making promise, I will likely take if we eventually do relevant posting in the revision class. So I think that will be all from me. So from
Hello,
now,
sir.
let me
Sorry. Hello.
coming. I'm coming. Let me
Hello,
do
sir.
something that I am coming. Hey, this thing is on YouTube. I don't want somebody. Okay, I will send my MTN number to the groups this night. So if you have any question from now till exam period, once you do your exam, you are no longer qualified to message me. Of course, if you want to except you want to give the good news that you are now in professional or you've passed PM. So no, you are not
Yes,
allowed
sir.
to ask me questions. Is what I'm saying. So I'll send my number to the class groups for you to send maybe your questions, or you find any question difficult. For those that might not be privileged to be in the revision class, if you still have any question, just go ahead and ask me. I'll try to answer as much as possible, but of course, I'm a human being at the end of the day, so I might not be able to answer everyone because we have over 7,000 people on those groups. So yeah, if you have any question generally now, you can go on and ask. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Please, I wanted you to shed more light on further processing, sir. Please. Thank you.
Process, right. I'm coming, please. Okay, so further processing, like I'd explained with um when I first introduced those. Let me explain with the basic of one. Okay, you are producing flour. Now you are now faced with a decision of, and you also have the capacity of producing bread. You know that you can stop as producing flour and sell flour itself. Now you now have an option to either now turn that flour to bread and sell bread. So if you do that, you have further processed the flour, right? So you now want to ask yourself, which one is better for me? Should I just sell this thing? Let's say, oh, if you sell butter, I'm telling you that butter per kg, sorry, if you sell flour per kg, you can sell it at 17 naira. Now, the cost of you producing that flour is irrelevant now, because our question is not should you produce flour or not. Our question is, should I sell flour or go ahead to produce bread? So the fact that you produce flour is a committed cost. So that one is committed already. So it is irrelevant. The point to start becoming irrelevant is when you are done producing. So you want to ask, should I sell flour at 17 naira, or I should further process it? You buy butter, buy this one, you add maybe 30 naira costs to the flour. Your total cost will now be 100 naira, and sell flour. What's this guy? Bread at 130, or you now sell bread at 90 naira. Which one makes more sense? It's better for you to sell flour at 17 naira if people are pricing bread at 90 naira, because you think of it, I can sell flour at 17 naira. Automatically, flour is that 17 naira is your cost of flour. You buy milk, buy butter, buy yeast, buy whatever to produce bread at 30, everything is 30 naira. You realize that your total cost of producing bread is 100 naira. Now they are pricing the bread at 19 naira. It means that if you go ahead to produce bread, you will make loss. So in that case, don't further process your flour into bread. But if you realize that after the 17 naira on flour, you spend extra 30 naira on the other things, other processing to get bread, you can now sell that bread at 120. In that case, sell bread, because you would have made profit on the 17 naira of flour and also made profit on the bread itself. So in that case, you say you go on with the further processing. So that is what further processing is asking you. Should you sell the raw material or further process it to another material then sell? So that is what further processing is asking. So
Hello, sir.
do you get? Yeah, go on.
Yes, I guess it. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, sorry, sir. The slide of this solution, are we going to have it after the class?
Yep.
I just want to ask. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. On this revised revision class platform.
Are you not in any of the? If you notice, I've not even said anything on the revision class. I'll just send it to all the 7 groups, since the class originated from the 7 groups. So I'll just keep it there, so that everyone will. Or are you not in any of the groups?
I am.
Okay, so I'll keep it. I'll just send it to you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. So does anybody have any? I've sent the number, by the way. So does anybody have any question?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. We are done for the class. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, go on.
I want to ask question on activity-based costing. Sorry, it's kind of not the topic tonight.
I have the option to either answer or not, but go ahead.
Please, you answer me. I was trying to attempt some past questions on activity-based costing, and I had a little challenge, which is and that question is part of what you gave us in the class, but there was no solution to it because the question had it that we should solve with both traditional and with ABC. So where
Is
my
that
challenge?
possible? I gave you the question, I did not solve it.
You
Or maybe
solved
I did.
the ABC, but you asked us to go and do the other one.
Eh, I mean, that's interesting. Okay, go on.
But where my challenge came from was this badge size and kini per badge. That thing is kind of confusing, and I did it, but I don't know if I'm correct. I don't know if it's
Interesting.
correct. I don't even know because there is no solution for me
Wait.
to refer back to.
Sorry. Sorry. Let me just quickly correct something. Please don't send. Somebody just sent me a receipt for the revision class. Please don't send it to me. I will not be able to add it. Please send it to the numbers on the flyers. Well, you can send it. I'll just forward it to the correct people. So don't worry. Just go ahead. But anyway, done with the question. Hello, can you hear me?
Sorry. Hello, sir. I
Yeah,
muted
okay.
myself. I have asked the question now.
Apologies. Just pick the question. Just the question. Which one is
So,
this
you know, I
challenge?
will send it to your WhatsApp. I've
Let's just
tried it. I'll send the question and the solution. Let me know so that you put me through.
Please tell us the year of the question so that we are also trying to know, please.
Exactly.
I don't know the year. It was sent to it
So,
was
hold on.
part of the slide. It was in his
Hold on.
slide. I don't know the year.
I think I understand the question. The one that has batch sizes, batch, blah 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 blah.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
did you watch the classes before
The
we
two
eventually
videos he sent to us? Yes, I did.
they are actually supposed to be 3. Did you watch the 3 or is it just 2?
No, he sent us 2. Yes, that weekend you were not
So none of the
available. You
videos.
sent two videos.
So
Then after then,
none
you
of
now
the
brought
videos.
No,
None
sir.
of the videos I shared talked about that particular question.
No, sir, none, sir.
Then there's problem somewhere.
Though you mentioned that question is very tricky. You said it. There were 2 questions you stopped one in the class. You mentioned that particular one, even that day we are in the class when your system went off. You were solving it when your system went off. So you did not even conclude it. Your laptop that day, you are saying it's very low, it's very low. It was very low, and eventually it went off. And the next class, we entered another thing.
Me. Wow. What if I said I don't even remember?
I was going through again. That was why I had
I remember
the challenge.
that question. I remember that question because even me, I'm very, very interested in that question. I remember that either I treated in the last diet or I did treat it in this diet. Now, there are either of the two. I'm not sure what exactly happened, and I'm not sure why I did not finish the question, but to make it up. Either maybe I'll just go through the video and see where I stopped. Maybe I'll find a way around it anyway. So we'll get it sorted because that question is actually a tricky question. Yeah. And if you don't sit down to read the question very well, trust me, you'll just write like 2 pages of nonsense if you don't read the question very well. So, but I will speak to that question. Please do well to remind me again, just in case I forget. You are always sending me reminder. Thank you for this diet. You are like my timekeeper at this diet. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Hello, sir. Are we going to have the course outline for this revision class?
That's yet to be decided, but it's most likely it's possible anyway. It's possible.
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. Yeah,
Mr.
for the
Jude.
payment for revision, per paper is 5,000, right? If I'm paying doing two, that is 10,000.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Yep.
Till the end of tomorrow, you have till the end of tomorrow. If not,
I'll
it
pay
will
now.
go back to 8,000.
If I'm paying for two, I can just pay them together now.
Yes, you
now,
can pay
yes, now.
10,000 together.
Pay 15 for me too.
Pay 20 for me too, I beg.
Abuse.
All right. Does anybody have any other question, or can we just call it a day? This is where we start having issues. Okay.
Sorry,
No issue.
sir. The question you sent on relevant costing, the first one, question B, is taken from which, with the past question, which past question is it taken from? The year.
I think it should be May 2022.
Okay.
He asked relevant question in question one of both May 2022 and November 2022. They are both question one.
Okay, thank you.
It should be May. We solved November 22, so that one should be May 2022. So thank you all for joining. And hello, ma. Your voice is kind of far, but I can barely hear someone said hello, sir. Yeah, who is there? Hello, ma.
Able to give us the summarize the past question, like there is this past question they gave us the last time, it's past question, but in the PDF, a particular topic, you see all the places the question is in the pathfinder. I don't know.
Oh,
If I can.
What do we call it? The past question guide.
Yes.
Okay, I will send to all the 7 groups this night. Let me even do that now before I forget. Oh, okay. I think that's all. So thank you all for being there.
Thank you, sir.
This might be the last class for some.
Thank you,
and
sir.
others we meet at the revision classes. On and on, I wish you all best of luck in your exam and come back with testimony. Go and succeed.
Yeah, thank you, sir. A brief question, please.
After my prayer. Okay, go on.
Yeah, it's on the question you dropped first, the one we didn't solve. Please, what's the year? What's the year of that one?
May 2022.
Okay, thank you.
Question 1.
All right, thank you.
All right, you're welcome. So I hope nobody has any question again this time. All right. See you all when we see. Meet you at the top, like my lecturer was saying.
Thank you, sir.